Hello, everyone, and welcome to Senor Limpio Gaming. It is me, Senor Limpio, um, trying a little something different today. Welcome to my very first album review. Disclaimer number one, this is still going to be primarily a gaming channel. I just wanted to share my thoughts on things that I am like other interests of mine. This mic is not plugged in. Disclaimer number two, I am not a music expert by any means. I'm not a musician. I am just a huge fan of this genre of music and music in general. So I wanted to give my thoughts on this album. I've been listening to this album religiously since it came out at the beginning of the month, and I wanted to digest it first before I gave my thoughts on it. And again, since I'm not a musician, I'm not a music expert, I'm just gonna give my thoughts of this album as a whole. um, I'm not going to nitpick the musicality of this album. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on it as a whole. I have a Megadeth tattoo, but before we get going, let's unbox that vinyl.
Unbox.
So that is the unboxing of that vinyl, the blue Sunrise Records vinyl. The blue doesn't really make much sense to me, but it is very vivid. On to the review. I'll start with the things that I really liked about this album. One thing I really liked about this album is the artwork. Um, Here you go. The the artwork is really well done, especially that back cover. um, Very painterly, well rendered art, which really speaks to, I guess, how much the record company supported the making of this album. It seems it's like they really threw some a budget into the making of this album. I really like how they rolled out the singles for this album. The trilogy of music videos that they released was really well done. It all made sense tying in together. And have you seen the thumbnails for the music videos? It looks like retro horror movie posters. Oh, I wish they would release those songs as physical singles with that artwork. I think that would be just so cool to have in part as a part of your collection. Another thing I really enjoyed about this album is the production value. It's mixed really well. The guitars, drums sound great. Dave's vocals sound amazing, which is great because this possibly could be my second favorite lineup of the band. Next to, the classic Rust in Peace era lineup. Uh, Dirk, props to him, the drummer. He sounds amazing on this. Kiko and Dave on guitars. Goes without saying that they are excellent guitar players. The music is sharp, it's biting. They sound energized, this band. It's definitely following from the trajectory that they started with the previous album, Dystopia. Now, I guess we will go to the things that I didn't like so much about this album. Um, First off, the lyrics, Dave, it feels like things that he's talked about before. All of this militaristic type of imagery in his lyrics. I just don't get it. There is the one song on the album where he tries for something different, but it just ends up feeling cringy to me, and I'll talk about that more in a second. Celebutant sounds to me like a Moth into Flame ripoff, from Metallica. Metallica did it, I feel, a lot better than Celebutant did. Um, Mission to Mars is a really corny song, in my opinion. Like I said, props to Dave for trying something different in his songs, but you know, it just didn't hit for me. It didn't land on for me. And also, just as an aside, just as another comment regarding Dave's previous band, you know how Lars will always caption all of his Instagram posts with the word wanna? Like, just if you go through his Instagram, everything Lars posts, there's a wanna at the end. Now, whenever I hear Mission to Mars and I hear the words I wanna, wanna, all I can imagine is Lars saying wanna. Is that a dig? See? Theory. And then the last comment I had is the song Junkie. It just seems a little simple and rudimentary, you know. Not offensive by any means, but also not very memorable. So those are the things that I did not like about the album. But yeah, still a lot of good to be found on this. I guess the way that I would break the album down is there are 14 tracks to the album, including the 2 bonus tracks, the digital ones, the 2 cover songs by the Police Truck by the Dead Kennedys, and the Sammy Hagar song, This Planet's on Fire. So out of 14 songs in the album, I really like maybe 6 of them. The title track, Life in Hell, Night Stalkers, which is a good triple punch right at the beginning of the album. I also like Killing Time, which for some reason gives me a bit of a Countdown to Extinction era vibe to it. I like the Police Truck cover. I really like that Dead Kennedy song, and I do feel like Megadeth did it justice. So that's a thumbs up for me. And I kind of like Soldier On. I like the groove of that. I like how it chugs along. Don't like the ending so much, but think you can always skip it by that point of the song. So those are the 6 songs that I really like. There are 3 songs that I really dislike, which I've spoken to about already. Celebutant, musically sounds good, but the lyrics are just Mission to Mars, also pretty cringy. I find that a lot of people are giving this song so much praise. I honestly don't understand why. It's just the cheesiest song, one of their cheesiest songs ever. Maybe because it calls out Rust in Peace. It mentions it in the lyrics that people are like, yay, what a great song. I don't know, just me. I'm also not a big fan of the Sammy Hagar cover. No offense to Sammy, it's not because he's in the song or what. It's just I don't know. This doesn't think hit me in the right spots, I guess. So that leaves a few more songs. There are 4 songs that I feel are good, but they're not amazing. Dogs of Chernobyl. The more I listen to it, the more I start to like it. At first, I lumped it in with the other songs that are like I found overrated in previous reviews, but now I'm starting to really dig that song. It's a little over long. It could be maybe a minute shorter, but still, it's really good. Sacrifice, not bad. You know, not the most memorable song in their catalog, but it's still not terrible. It's not a skippable song by any means. And then the first single, We'll Be Back. I find the chorus a bit clunky. The opening chug riff is very simple and formulaic, but as a whole, the more you listen to it, you know, it's not bad. It's a thrashy song, which is you know what we expect from Megadeth. And then there's 2 forgettable songs I find, like Psychopathy. I didn't want to rag on this. It's not even really a song. It's more of an interlude / intro to the next song. So I can't call it bad by any means, but I will skip that each time I listen to the whole album. And Junkie again, just super forgettable. Out of like all 14 songs, Like there's maybe 10, 10 songs that are I find that I would listen to with varying degrees of enjoyment. So, 10 out of 14, that's not bad. If I had to give this album a rating, I would probably give it a solid 3 out of 5 Vic Rattlehead Instagram filters. That's how I would rate this album. Thank you for listening to my very first album review. Again, this is Senor Limpio of Senor Limpio Gaming. If you find that this is content that you enjoy, consider liking and subscribing this video and this channel. And if you guys like it enough, I'll make another album review for other music that I enjoy. Thank you so much, and you guys, peace.